What's happening? Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Bits for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. And it's official. Apple is confirmed they will be holding their next event on March 25th at 10 a.m. Pacific time on Apple campus. That's a Monday at the Steve Jobs Theater, where Tim Apple will take the stage. Now, the invite has the title, It's Showtime. And at first, I thought it might be for Beetlejuice 2.
It's showtime.
Finally! But that's not it. I mean, if we break it down, it's deliberately using two separate words for Showtime instead of one, which puts an emphasis on show, which logically leads us to Apple showcasing new shows for their upcoming streaming service. See, Apple, you can't put anything past me. Now, I even took their invitation and turned up the brightness all the way up to see if I could find any hidden clues, but no, nothing there. And I absolutely knew it had nothing to do with the Showtime Lakers, who are long gone, especially after this year's overhyped LA Tankers couldn't even make it to the playoffs. Warriors! That's right. Now, the keynote is going to be an interesting one because all reports have said it will be about the services. There are plenty of A-list stars working on content for Apple, including Oprah, who has signed a multi-year deal for content. Brie Larson from Marvel's blockbuster Captain Marvel, I loved it, will star as a CIA agent in a new series for Apple's upcoming service, while Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, and Steve Carell will all star in one of Apple's flagship dramas about the cutthroat world of working for a morning TV show. And it's not only about Apple's TV show and movie service, but their news subscription service as well. Reports say Apple will unveil a new service that will add paid subscriptions to Apple News from publishers like the New York Times, Washington Post, and the Wall Street Journal for unlimited access to their paywalled content for $9.99. Now, the last we heard, Apple was still negotiating deals with publishers before March 25th. There's also reports about a separate magazine subscription thanks to their acquisition of digital magazine platform Texture last year that will also cost $9.99 per month. Now, those are potentially three brand new revenue streams right there for Apple to capitalize on, but we all know that content is always king, and I can't wait to try them all out, but I'm only going to stick with Apple's service once there are multiple shows that are must-see Apple TV. And then how about just doing a bundle for everything with, let's say, Apple Music, throw in some iCloud storage or something like that, Apple? Can you do that for the people who have been using your products their entire life? I know everyone is still hoping for some hardware, just something, but the latest unconfirmed rumor is that we'll see the AirPods 2 on March 29th, along with the AirPower, and I'll believe that when I see it, plus new iPads. And I'm not so confident we'll see them at the keynote. I could be wrong. They could maybe come in a press release shortly after the event, but it would feel weird to announce 3 new services and then no hardware alongside of them. So even if we get new iPads, Mako Takara reports the 7th generation entry-level iPad that is expected to release alongside the rumored new iPad mini 5 will both use pretty much the same housing as their previous generation. I'm sorry, but that's not worth announcing publicly unless you want to hear half claps and crickets. Even Apple employees, they can't fake clap for that. So March 25th at 10 a.m. Pacific time will be Apple's next keynote, and you could bet that I'll have BTZ's live coverage before, during, and after the keynote right here on this channel, so you know where to go. Now, in other Apple news, Apple has released the 5th developer and public beta for iOS 12.2. That includes the 4 new animojis of giraffe, boar, owl, and daddy shark. Okay, not going to do that. You asked for it. It also brings support for AirPlay 2 and HomeKit on third-party TVs thanks to their new partnerships announced at CES. iOS 12.2 did reveal in a hidden setup screen that Apple is planning to release the 2nd generation AirPods with Hey Siri support, so maybe we'll see them a little sooner than we think, but I don't know if this will be a true next-gen AirPods, which was also rumored to include health tracking, better waterproofing, noise canceling, and more touch control, because this year's AirPods 2 might be more like AirPods 1.5. Plus, there's a new redesigned TV remote from the control center with the ability to use Siri to ask it to play different TV shows, movies, and music. And then if we just take a step back to AirPlay 2 for a moment, Mac Rumors is reporting that negotiations between Roku and Apple have been nearly finalized to bring AirPlay 2 to Roku media players and Roku TVs in a software update, according to their sources. Now, the specific models of Roku streaming boxes and TVs, they're not clear yet, but Roku-based smart TVs are available from TCL, Sharp, Hisense, and others. And we know AirPlay 2 is locking in new deals to make it easy to stream video, photos, music, and more from Apple devices to other TVs and set-top boxes that would really help expand Apple's reach for its all-new streaming service. And finally, we've heard a lot over the past year to year and a half about Apple working on their own AR glasses, and the latest report from analyst Ming-Chi Kuo says Apple's head-mounted augmented reality device could be ready by the middle of next year in 2020. Now, Kuo says they'll be marketed as an iPhone accessory and be used primarily as a display, while all the computing, networking, and positioning will be offloaded to the iPhone, allowing really the glasses to be slim and lightweight. Now, the idea of seeing how Apple brings this to market is going to be fascinating. And really, look, they're leaning on the halo effect of the iPhone, with Apple's biggest user base being iPhone owners. So check it out. If you like this video, thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get the latest videos from me when they drop, plus a nice friendly vibration in your pants if you have it set that way. And if you want to go even deeper with Apple, check out my weekly Apple Bits XL audio podcast. That's a deep dive each week. We got guests as well. And the podcast and all my content is completely independent, and I would just be so grateful for your support at patreon.com/BrianTong. So thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Be safe. Peace.